documentary that I did with a couple of friends, and we did it as a youth project where we showed youth how to use film equipment for documentary, and we had them explore the Truth and Reconciliation Commission of Canada when it was here, and learn about residential schools and their connection to residential schools and what that means for them and what that means for Canada. So we explored reconciliation and what does that mean and is it possible, and we asked a lot of people, what does reconciliation mean to you? So it was very interesting. It's very it's such a passion project of ours that we've been working on for a long time, and so for us it's more so about getting information out there than making money. So this is the last year that it's screening, because if you're a filmmaker, you know that when you put films into film festivals, you have about 2 years to put them into film festivals, and then after that, it's been too long. So this is its last year, and it's already been in film festivals already. And so once it's done this year, we will be putting it online for everyone to see. It'll be free for everyone to view, because for us, it's more so about getting information out there and available to the public. And I say this because we hope that people will watch it, and we hope that people are inspired by it to go out there and do some form of reconciliation. Because the whole purpose of the Truth and Reconciliation was, before you can have reconciliation, you need to uncover the truth first. And I think the misconception out there, and especially a lot of the things that I hear out in the public, are things that people have a misunderstanding of what actually happened and what the impacts were, and how being an Indigenous person, the first 150 years of Canada was not such a great thing, and things were always done on our behalf, which is why I think it's important to know the truth. And so for me, I'm very happy that we're screening today at a library. I'm going out there today. We're going to have a panel discussion afterwards. I'm on the way to pick up one of the directors, and we are going to be a panel discussion afterwards, and people can ask us questions.
Normally when you do a film, you kind of have these certain elements to it, but we actually had it more as a youth program, and we taught the youth how to use film equipment and things like that. So yeah, and then also we documented their journey, and a lot of times we turned the camera around and kept asking them, what is reconciliation? What have you learned? Like, what's different now? And I think you can see it throughout the film. You can see how even though they can't really define what reconciliation means, you can tell it's totally changing their perspective of what residential school was. And I think for us, the biggest motivation was when we would ask, not these youth, but other youth, about residential school, they would say things like, oh, I wish I went to residential school because then I would have got lots of money. And we were like, whoa, that's not, you trust me, you do not think that, and you obviously, we need to teach you something if that's what you believe. So for us, it was like, there's a whole generation of youth that don't understand what happened, and don't understand what happened in their own families' lives. So how do we teach them in ways like that? How do we get people to understand that there was a whole, it wasn't just being taken away from your family and going to school, there was a whole series of events that happened. And so how do we first uncover the truth, and then we can have reconciliation. But until we uncover that truth, we can't have reconciliation.
I guess being able to participate in this film, it allowed me to take some power back into my life. And in that sense, it's kind of reconciliation in a way too, right? And looking back, watching the film, it's been one hell of a journey, and I'm pretty proud and just really extremely reflective and grateful to be able to see my role in this journey of reconciliation.
I'm just going to interject for a minute and be a librarian. We actually have a lot at this library, and another part of my job is I buy all of our adult nonfiction books, and I've noticed that in the last couple of years there's a lot more being published on the topic of residential schools and truth and reconciliation. I put a lot of them outside on the table, and if anyone wants to take them home, by all means, please sign them out on your way out. There's lots of curated book lists available, and I've actually made one for our library as well. A couple of people asked me when they came in, and if you would like access to that list, you can find it by searching our website, but you could also just give me your email and I could send you the link. Because, it's, I think, a topic that is starting to be revealed, and so there is more and more literature available on this subject.
Yeah, a really engaged audience. It was funny because at first we weren't getting a lot of questions. I'm like, oh, is that it? Is that it? Yeah. And it was like when we were talking, it was like they started thinking of stuff, and I'm like, oh. And then I realized I was talking so much, and I'm like, oh, do you want this one?
I don't want it.
And we didn't get a parking ticket. That's always great.
My favorite screening would have to be this one, because people were so engaged and just being so close to home and being able to keep the discussion going was really cool.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been so, you know what, we had actually applied for a couple of grants so that you guys could have came to the Imaginative one with us.
Yeah, that's okay.
And like none of them came through, and it would have been so great because literally it was pretty full there actually, and they had brought in a whole bunch of high school students, and it was like just me there. And it was funny because even though I just kind of was trying to get you guys there, and then when you didn't, and then when you didn't, I didn't think anything of it. And then as I was on stage, the guy who was introducing me turned to me and said, do you have a message from Paige or Sharon? And I was like, well, yeah, I guess that would have been great. I guess I could have gotten you guys to give me something to like to read. I think you want to turn
Where?
left. Go ahead.
Yeah, because remember we went just straight through.
This way?
Yeah, so see how it says South Sherwood Drive? Keep going, right there. Yeah, follow that gray car right there.
Okay. Okay, there's something.
Yeah, so when he asked me when I was on stage, he was like, do you have a message from Paige or Sharon that you would like to share? And I was like, no.
You're like, no, sorry.
But at that moment, I was like, yeah, that would have been a great idea. Why didn't I think of that?
That sucks.